Hi, church family. Here on Wednesday, bringing a word from the Word. Now, we've been working on Galatians 5:22 and 23, but I thought I would actually send you this video from my home. On Wednesdays it's my study day. I stay home and I generally study throughout the entirety of the day, preparing messages and lessons. And it's important to be in the Word so that we can communicate the Word well to you. That's why I'm doing that, and I also wanted you to see this is kind of where I hang out and work on Wednesdays. But Galatians 5:22 and 23. For the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. We dealt with the first three, which are kind of our internal motivations in living for Christ, the Spirit working in our hearts and changing our motivations so that we can live outwardly for Him, which the second three were the idea of how we interact with the people around us, that they see Christ as we are kind to them, as we are good to the people around us. These last three, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, are what people see in us. It's the characteristics that exemplify the character of God to those around us. And when we talk about faithfulness, we're talking about remaining committed regardless of situation or circumstances. Commitment is a great word for faithfulness. It says, I'm all in with God. And people see that in us. And it'll touch your heart whenever somebody says, I see Christ in you. In 1999, I had LASIK surgery performed on my eyes. And that was an incredible blessing. What was fascinating about it was getting to know the doctor who performed the surgery. My ophthalmologist was a very kind and gentle man himself, and as we got to know each other, we began to truly enjoy a relationship. He would ask about my life. We both enjoyed golf. We'd talk about golf courses and things like that. But as we began to learn about each other, our families, our hobbies, but also what motivated us, he got to hear about my love for ministry and for the church. And I had hoped that they would develop into something where I could lead him to Christ. And over the months that we spent time together, working on my eyes with the prep and then the surgery and then the follow-up, it never actually occurred. Here's what touched me. Here's where faithfulness comes into play, is that at my last follow-up checkup, he gave me a gift, which seemed to me all backwards. I should have been giving him a gift. He did such a fantastic job. But I got a box and a card with that box. And the box was a dozen golf balls, very good golf balls, which I was incredibly grateful for. And he was demonstrating our mutual love for the game. But the card moved me. It touched me. It brought tears to my eyes. We don't write a lot in cards as guys. But here's what he wrote to me. He said, Dear Eric, I appreciate our friendship and I admire your faith. I don't know where he stands with Christ right now, but what I do know is that by the grace of God, he saw Christ in me because of my faithfulness to God's kingdom, to the gospel, and to our Lord Jesus Christ. I don't always get it right, but I got it right this time. And I was just so grateful that God was able to at least show himself to someone else through me. I hope that people will see Christ through you and your faithfulness to the kingdom, that no matter what's going on in your life, frustrations, anger, hurt, grieving, that people would see your faithfulness, even in your happy times. May people see your faithfulness and say, that person is committed to Christ. That's what the fruit of the Spirit is, this spiritual attribute of faithfulness. Go out and be faithful people. God bless you. We'll see you soon.